First to fight for the nation's might, they put on a united front. Come join us for this review of GI Joe Classified Grunt. That's right, welcome back to TAKTAK Toys With Film, troops. And today we're looking at GI Joe Classified Grunt. Here's three of them. I have quite a lot, but I've done a review here of these three. They're clones in my mind's eye, because they've all got the same name, Robert Grunt Graves. But let's get back into that a little bit more in the review. So as I say, welcome back to TAKTAK Toys With Film, your home of GI Joe Classified, Operation Monster Force and Action Force Valorverse, as well as 6-inch movie-based action figures. Yakety yak, here's TAKTAK. So yeah, here we go, Yoooooo Joe! And yeah, welcome back to TAKTAK Toys With Film. This video is not for kids, so let's dive on into it. So first off, let's have a look at the box art. And here's three of them. So you've got a picture of, a digital picture of David Grunt Graves on the front there. So obviously comes with two heads, which we'll see in the review. It comes with a sort of more steel core head. But here's the front of the packaging saying GI Joe. Here's a side showing his number 87 in the line. You've obviously got that QR code that you can scan for sort of all the details. It'd be nice if these box packaging did come with file cards though. And obviously on the back, we've got a picture of David Grunt Graves here. The two heads, so the human head, or the unmasked head I should say, the helmet with the helmet, and then the steel core head, backpack, knife, sort of rifle, and then kind of the more cartoon style rifle. And he's got that flip down visor on his chest to sort of give battlefield updates, or to kind of give locations of his comrades or something like that. And here's some artwork on the side showing David Grunt Graves. Looks really good, doesn't it? So yeah, that's the packaging in review. And obviously it's shown in there to be 6'3" in height. Don't know why I just sort of randomly noticed that, but there you go. So yeah, look, and he's a really good figure. Well, we're going to get into it more, but he's a really good figure. I think what's nice here is simplicity is key. That's kind of what really works for Grunt. But yeah, that's the packaging. You can see a helicopter in the background, not the Dragonfly, but a different type. And they are at the packaging. Now, you might ask yourselves, well, is Grunt technically an army builder because he's got the name David Grunt Graves on? Well, in my lore, I see him as a clone. I'll give you how, in my head, how I've come up with it. Basically, Cobra forces are expanding across the globe, and GI Joe, to sort of rapidly combat that, has cloned David Grunt Graves, and we've got a clone army, a bit like Star Wars. That's my interpretation. Of course, that's not the lore, the actual official sort of lore. That's just what I've kind of come up with. But here's three of them. I've got quite a few. Here's three of them at the package. They've got the steel core helmet on, just because what I wanted to do was have one with the sort of unmasked head of David Grunt Graves and have all the rest with the steel core helmet on. So yeah, I think simplicity is really key with these figures. They just do, if you do want to army build them, they make for great army builders. You can of course cover the name tag over if you don't want them to all be clones or anything like me. You can sort of do something different. But yeah, really good. And if you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to smash the like button. Let me know if you picked up Grunt, if you've got them on pre-order, and feel free to comment down below. So let's have a look what Grunt comes with. And as I say, he comes with kind of like the unmasked head, but here's his rifle. So this is kind of like the cartoon style rifle, and obviously it's a little bit bent. I have kind of put it in hot water. Some of them came out bent, some didn't. This one's slightly warped or bent, so I put it in hot water. That's kind of the gumminess of GI Joe Classified weapons at the moment for you. Here's the more kind of traditional looking or realistic looking rifle. I'll probably put this one with my my Wong Grunt that's going to be unmasked. But yeah, again, the ends of these are can be a little bit gummy, so again I've put these in hot water just to kind of straighten them out a little bit. Apologies about the lighting, just moving it around so you can see. So yeah, there's the two weapons he comes with. It does have a removable magazine, as you can see there. So yeah, like all GI Joe sort of weapons, or a lot of them, they do have removable magazines, which is great. Really kind of adds that nice extra element or extra level to the sort of your play factor, or your kind of like display factor. So yeah, that's his two rifles. And again, this is I'm gonna I'm gonna get the name totally wrong. I guess M16. I'm guessing that's a total guess, but I'm presuming it's an M16, but I'm not really a guns person. But yeah, as you see there, it does have a removable magazine, so that's quite good. And he's got the visor down on the front of the Grunt. I've got at the front of these three. That's his kind of battlefield update sort of technology worked into his vest. I think Lenny said something about him being able to pinpoint his colleagues on the battlefield or something with that technology. But anyway, these are the two rifles that Grunt comes with. And then you've got obviously the, let's have a look what we've got here. Oh, the pistol, yeah. So that plugs into his kind of like, he's got a holster on his belt that you can plug the pistol into. So standard sort of, you know, sidearm they all come with. Again, removable, because all GI Joe Classified figures do have removable guns, you know. So yeah, a removable sidearm. So yeah, he's well kitted out, you know. But again, what I really like about this figure is simplicity. There's a nice simplicity to it. He's got, which really works well for the character. He's got a knife here. So again, this plugs into kind of the top of the vest. It's probably at a slightly odd angle, but it doesn't really bother me, to be honest. And here's the David Grunt Graves head. So here he is with the helmet on, and obviously the helmet's removable. So yeah, you can sort of obviously choose what head you want. If you're just getting one, you can just have him unmasked like this. If you're getting a few, you can have him unmasked and a few with the steel core head. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if you think he's an army builder, if you think he shouldn't be, if you're a bit kind of a purist in relation to GI Joe lore. I'm not, you know, for me, I'm not too bothered. I don't mind. I wanted some Joe sort of troops to army build, and this was one of the first ones, and this will do, you know. I'm going to keep going from here. I know these were on discount in America in Target and things, so probably you may have army built these if you're watching this in the States, but yeah, that's all his accessories. Now let's look at his articulation. So yeah, let's bring on the main guy over in the front there, and his head looks up and down, as you can see there. Side to side fairly decently, but the, you know, steel core helmet will probably restrict it a little bit. Arms go out to a T-pose. You've got double jointed elbows, as you can see there. Yeah, double jointed elbows, full 360 degree motion. You got, yeah, full wrist rotation. There you go. This is on the stalker body, by the way, so you can do head swaps, things like that if you want to. If you've got a spare stalker body, you can stick this helmet on that stalker head. So again, arm goes out to a T-pose on this side. Double jointed elbow. Yep, as you can see there, full wrist rotation. Got butterfly joints as well at the front. Yep, yeah, the ab crunch will be a bit hindered by the vest. I actually glued these backpacks on just because they fell out a little bit. They were fairly tight, but just decided to glue them on. So you've got the thigh cuts, as you can see there. Double jointed knees. Yep, as you can see in use. A little bit stiff on mine, but yeah, double jointed knees, boot cuts, and then ankle rockers. So basically the standard articulation that you can expect from any GI Joe sort of classified figure, you know, the same kind of thing as what you'd have with Marvel Legends or any sort of Hasbro figure. But there you go. So that's his articulation. So, and again, what I really like about Grunt is simplicity really works for this character. Now, Grunt was one of the original 13, I believe, from, yeah, the OG sort of 1980s GI Joe line, and they've done a really good job. I think the classified team have done a really good job of keeping him simple, giving him that kind of retro style look, but also updating it and making it look modern. Excuse me. So yeah, I mean, he does look really good. He looks kind of like modern and classic at the same time, which is, you know, what is a big hit with fans and collectors in the line. So having a bit of trouble standing there, but he does stand really well. They all stand really, really well. So again, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to smash the like button. Feel free to comment and subscribe. Have you pre-ordered Grunt? Did you pick him up in Target for on sale? Are you in the UK and awaiting him with Pulse? Let me know in the comments below. Let's do some comparisons. So here's my 3 Grunts next to GI Joe Classified Firefly. I picked up this Firefly from Comics and Cocktails at MCM London. I believe he's starting to show up with a few of the independents now. This is the more classic looking Firefly. So again, if you want a classic looking Firefly, this is one you can go for. And let's go from Firefly to Bazooka. So this is the classic Bazooka. Again, these are both classified figures, so you can see here how Grunt sort of fits with your classified figures. But yeah, this is the classified Bazooka, sorry, regular classified Bazooka, as I say, measuring up with Grunt. So he's slightly taller than Grunt, but Bazooka is kind of a bigger person, bigger body, bigger build, so he would be slightly taller. And let's do another comparison. So this is the original Gung Ho, the G1 Gung Ho that had the more sort of sci-fi military look. I've got the retro Gung Ho. I do prefer that. That's kind of my Gung Ho on the shelf. But this is one I wanted to pick up just to kind of have a spare. I'm kind of building a shelf team of GI Joes and then another team of GI Joes. Any spares I get, that's kind of my rule of thumb. Like if I get the same character in a slightly different look, he goes kind of into my play and display kind of collection, and then I have some on the shelf. And just for a different line, let's have a look at Mafex Comics Spider-Man next to the classified Grunts. So as you can see here with Mafex Comics Spider-Man, it's a different line. Mafex are a bit more true 1/12 scale, a bit like GI Joe actually, compared to Marvel Legends. Classified is more true 1/12 scale. And here's Mayfex Wolverine in the black and yellow costume. So again, Wolverine is a shorter character, so you would expect him to be a little bit shorter than, you know, your average person like the grunts. But we're building, as you can see, we're doing a bit of army building in the background with the comparisons. I thought, as this is technically an army builder, it'd be fitting to do a bit of an army building with the comparisons. And now let's have a look at the GI Joe Classified Python Patrol bat. Again, this was, I think, one of the first variations of the bat that we had. Probably the first. We obviously had the classic looking one. We have this one. We've now got the Crimson bat. We've got the Snow bat. I think we've got an Iron Grenadier's bat rumoured to be coming. So plenty of bats. Yeah. And I think we'll do a Batman review, a comparison later on. But here's Mezco 1/12 Popeye, because why the hell not? Really like this figure. This was a kind of figure that went under the radar a bit. People kind of slept on it, and then people were clamouring for it when it came out. Very, you know, left field of Mezco to do Popeye, but a really good figure if you can get your hands on one. And here's a comparison of the grunts with 90s Marvel Legends Deadpool with the grunt helmet on. So again, this is a comparison with Marvel Legends. So as you can see here, scale's about the same as you'd imagine, because they're from the same company. They're from Hasbro, so they're both 6-inch scale figures. So you'd imagine the scale, the same kind of scale, and that's exactly how they do. So there you go. And let's jump back to Mezco again now. So this is a comparison with Mezco Iron Man, another great Mezco figure. Don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you got this one in your collection, or if you got any of the ones I'm comparing with in your collection. But yeah, all die cast metal. This Mezco Iron Man. So it's quite weighty, but and he's got light up features as well. A great sort of figure. But as you can see here, here's your classified figures next to him. And we were talking about bats earlier, weren't we? In terms of original bats and Python Patrol bats. And here's Batman. Now this is actually Kal-El as Batman from an Elseworlds story. I think what's it called? I can't remember the name of the story anyway. But it's basically if Superman was Batman, essentially. If Superman came to Gotham instead of like Smallville or Metropolis, and he basically becomes Batman. So he's got all the powers of Superman, but as Batman. It's an Elseworlds story. Can't remember what it's called, but really good. From McFarlane Toys, anyway, that one. It's obviously 7-inch scale, a bit bigger. And here's Hugh Jackman Wolverine from Marvel Legends, scaling up with the grunts. So again, if you wanted to put some of your grunts, if you wanted to do a bit of mixing of lines and put some of your grunts in a Weapon X style display or diorama, you know, you could put them with Hugh Jackman. And we were talking about army building. This is going to look like a Magic Eye sort of design, you know, picture or something. But here's here's some of my bats, my original style bats, clashing with my collection of grunts. So I was cleaning the shelf one day, and I decided to do a bit of a battle picture of them all together. So yeah, I got all mine from the whole shebang and props and replicas. But yeah, no doubt they're going to stock more. They are still available in the US, the grunt, but no doubt we'll probably be getting more in at some point. And for all the latest Marvel Legends news, reviews and live streams, you can check out Dan Who Reviews every weekly on a Thursday with co-host Rich M. You can of course check out Turtles and Tea with Dan and Tanner. And you can check out Joe's and Juice with our host Dan, Mini Plastic Multiverse and myself, talking all the latest GI Joe reveals. And we actually do our top 10 classified figures of 2023. So just keep an eye out for that video. That'll be any day now. Yeah, so you'll get to enjoy that. And for action figure reviews in the UK, check out Jay's Toy Collection UK. And yeah, he's done quite a few live streams, so you can check out his sort of live streams. And again, I'll put a link to his YouTube channel in the comments below. And you can feel free to check out Miguel and the Wolfpack Toy Review. And he does toy hunts in the California stateside area, so he's done quite a few videos on GI Joe Classified. Feel free to check him out at your leisure. Again, links for all these YouTube channels in the comments below. And you can check out Dante and the Infinity Equation. And why not check out AC Toy Design, Adam Crone, and all his custom action figure work. And you can join his Patreon if you want. Feel free to check out Agent Z-Man. And for all the latest pop music covers and original material, you can check out Elson Official Music on his YouTube website, his website. And for all things Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions and more, you can check out Trevor the 1/6 Shooter. Why not check out Photo Dave and Toy Pics for all the latest toy photography tips and tricks. And you can check out Cypher Sigma for all the latest film reviews and toy pickups. And you can check out Big Will Pictures and Plastic for, yeah, action figure sort of, you know, reviews. And yeah, feel free to go out and check his channel out. And again, I'll put links to all these YouTube channels in the comments below. You can check out Invincible Toys, and I'll put a link to their Big Bad Toy Store in the comments below, and the Futuristic Combat Soldiers. Why not check out Why So Serious Toys? And for action figure reviews in Ireland, you can check out Brian's action figure reviews. And finally, feel free to check out the 3POA podcast for action figure chat and pop culture discussion. So there you go. That's a great list of YouTube channels you can check out. And for places to purchase and pre-order action figures, you can, of course, check out Comics and Cocktails. Feel free to check out Star Action Figures. You can, of course, check out Kapow Toys. And feel free to check out Props and Replicas. And you can check out Gobsmack Comics, and again, links to all these online independent retailers in the comments below. And you can check out In Demand Toys, and again, I'm going to put links for all these UK independent retailers in the comments below. And you can, of course, check out Valaverse.com for all your Action Force needs with international shipping. And feel free to check out the whole shebang. And for all the latest film and TV reviews, check out filmandtvreview.com, and I'll put a link to their YouTube channel in the comments below. So many thanks for watching. Let me know if you've ordered any grunts, if you've pre-ordered any, if you're in the UK or the US, if you managed to pick any up from Target on discount. Let me know all of that in the comments below. You make these videos possible as always, and until next time, enjoy those flicks and figs.